Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cherry.
Trash podcast, baby. Hey.
Woo! Can we get some crowd hype? Crowd hype. Yes, thank you, everybody. It's been long awaited. Our return to YouTube. We've been getting so many messages and
Mhm.
so many requests um, to come back, and like we're here. We're here, and
Yeah.
we're queer. So this episode is gonna be basically just like a recap of everything that y'all missed that's happened between us and all the shit that we've gotten into.
Oh.
We're worldwide now, if you didn't know.
Oh
Um,
god.
do you want to say anything before we get into it?
Yeah, dude, it's been crazy. Shit's been bad, shit's been good. We've been thriving and then we've been suffering.
A
So
lot of suffering.
a lot of suffering, a lot of
Yeah.
fighting and arguing and
Too much.
oh let's just
Too motherfucking
yeah, so
much.
we're just gonna catch you up and we're gonna get you going so you're all caught up and we're gonna be posting more so y'all be ready.
Yeah. I don't know when we're gonna be posting. Like after this episode, after we film it, I literally don't. When are we gonna?
Like another 5 months or so.
Yeah, literally give us another like 5 months, 7 months because I really don't know because this month is actually so fucking busy.
Oh yeah.
Next weekend I don't think I'm gonna do anything because the weekend after that we're going to Houston for my birthday or whatever. So yeah, and then after that, 2 weeks after that, I'm going to Vegas, and it's gonna be crazy. So I don't know when we're gonna be able to film an episode. So yeah, we'll see when the next episode is. Anyways, let's jump right into it.
That's all.
Okay, so since you start. I feel like I'm already talking too much.
Um, I don't know. Okay, so what's happened?
Start with the Colorado trip.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the last episode we posted, I think, was before our Colorado trip. We went to Colorado for my 23rd birthday. We turned up. It was snowing. It was
Which
so
I just
pretty.
found out that it was his 23rd birthday. I don't know why I thought he was 22 this whole time, and it kind of like made me
I
feel
told him I was
weird.
like, "Hey, if I'm 22, I'm 22."
Yeah,
Like,
I forgot. I don't know who told me that you were 22. I think Sophie told me you were 22. And I
mhm.
was like, he's 22. And I was like, I swear he's 23 though. And she was like,
Yeah.
no, he's 22. I'm like, oh my God, whenever I go for my birthday, I'm gonna be turning 24. And he's like 22. Like that's literally a baby. Like I'm partying with babies. You know what I'm saying? So that actually makes me feel so good that
Mhm.
you're 23.
Yes, you're not that old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so we just been working and working
wait,
and
go back to
working.
Colorado. We gotta get into
Oh,
Colorado because Colorado was a moment. Let's start from the beginning. Start at the airport. So everybody, there was how many people went? Like 13?
13 people.
13 people went, and we all flew on the same plane.
So that shit almost crash landed. We're fucking. There's hella turbulence, hella ass shaking.
Yeah, so I'm gonna insert the clip of us taking off right now. We'll see if that actually does get into it because I don't know if I can actually put it in there in YouTube Studio. And if it's too hard for me to edit, I'm not gonna fucking show y'all. Y'all not seeing the video. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
If I just don't have the time.
I'm sick to my stomach.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of turbulence. I feel like it wasn't that bad though. The
No.
landings though are always really bad.
We were like,
Yeah, everyone's like, whoa, whoa.
It was fun. It was my first time on a plane too, so like I was so like anxious and nervous, but it was fun. It wasn't that
Yeah.
bad. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, in the row it was me like in the aisle seat, and then X was in the middle, and then Carissa was on the window seat, and then behind us was our friend Chris. Was Mariah right by him?
Yeah. No, they were separate. I think.
They were separate.
Oh no, they were together. No, they were together on the way back. I don't know.
I don't remember, but basically like we were all in the same area on the plane, so like I can look back and look at my friends, see how they're doing, because for a lot of them it was their first plane ride also, because we're poor, we just don't get out of the city, we don't get out of our town, like it's just a struggle. Like, no, I'm just kidding. I've already cried. So, but for me, it wasn't my first rodeo. That was like my 8th plane ride or whatever. I'm Mr. Worldwide or whatever. I be traveling or whatever.
Or whatever.
So okay, so the plane ride was nice and smooth. We get there, and what happens when we get there?
We all crash and die. No, so we get off the plane, and we take a train. Oh, it was so pretty. Oh my god, it was so
I forgot about that.
We took a train and we saw the views and the mountains, and it was a vibe. It took kind of a long time, but
it took forever. It literally took like almost an hour, I felt like.
And we're going fast as fuck too.
Yeah.
But it was pretty. I took it all in. After the train, we got to our stop, and I think we weren't that far from the house, right?
Yeah, it was literally like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, then we got an Uber from the train station to the house. And then we got into the house, and this house was it was like the perfect house for all of us. Like it was like what, 5 rooms, 6 rooms?
Something like that.
There were 6 rooms. There was 3 rooms on top, and then there was 3 rooms at the bottom. And then there was a theater room. And yeah, it was just so perfect.
A hot tub.
There's a hot tub, a little hammock. And then, oh my God, freaking, and then we went to go get some, medicinal, what's the right word? What's the YouTube word for it? Medicinal medicinal greens.
Yeah.
And I went with our friends Alexis and her boyfriend EJ. And tell me why we literally almost died on the way there. We told you about this, right?
I don't remember.
Like we were at a stoplight or a stop sign, and we had to go across like the highway or like the road or whatever. And this dude like goes, but there's like a whole car coming straight towards us. Like, and I saw it too when I was like, oh my God, this dude is not about to go right now. But he did, and the car literally had to like stop, like it skid, and it was like honking, and I was like,
dude, it was slipping and sliding.
It was slipping and sliding, and I'm just so glad that it didn't hit us, because that would have been a horrible way to start off your little birthday trip. But luckily it didn't hit us. We made it to the dispensary. We all got our little greens or whatever. And then we got back. Then we went to okay, let's talk about Colorado Walmarts. Let's talk about it, because that was like the weirdest feeling that I've ever had inside of a Walmart. I don't know why.
It was
also
weird.
The drama started in that Walmart.
Literally, like off the bat. Drama.
That was actually my fault, honestly. That was really my fault.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you explain how you felt in this Walmart. Like, what was that Walmart like vibe?
It was just like eerie. Like here in Texas, you greet people. We're just like, hey, or someone sneezes, you're like, bless you. Yeah, people don't even look at you. Like if they do, it's like, like people are fucking weird. They don't talk to each other. Everything was so small and tight. Like, everything is really bigger in Texas. Like I believe it now, because that shit was fucking weird. Everything was hella expensive for no reason. The bread was like $5. The milk was like, again, also like $5. And we're just like, okay, well, whatever.
And also like the lighting was weird as fuck. It was very
like
dim.
Dark and
yeah, it was like very dim lighting, and it was like I had so much anxiety being there the whole time
for no reason too. Like me too. I was just like, oh my God, like get me out.
And then, so I don't really want to get too much of the detail of what happened, but basically 2 of my friends that went. So we have this friend, Sophie, and she tends to be like the mother of the group. She's very much like, yeah, do this, do this, but like it's in a loving way. Like she's just trying to help us out, And then, but the friends that I had brought they took it the wrong way, I guess, because they wanted to get like it's so stupid. They wanted to get like a macaroni, like a little macaroni box. And somebody was like, don't get that. You need to get this or something. I don't know. Like, and then they came to me and was like, yo, you need to tell Sophie to, calm down. And then I went to Sophie was like, bitch, what did I tell you? Because before the trip, I told her, I was like, don't just let people do them. Like, don't tell them what to do. Like, just don't be the mother. You don't have to be the mother of this group.
Right.
And so then when I went, that's what made me mad is like she was doing it already and we just got there. So I told her like, bitch, what the fuck? Like I told you, just calm down, simmer down, and all this shit. Like I was telling her how it is, but I was saying it a little too harshly. And then she got mad.
My God, dude.
She was pissed. And then she started crying.
Literally like straight off the bat. We weren't even in the house yet. Like we walked in and I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, oh my God.
Yeah. So then whenever we got back, I think her and them ended up talking and it was fine. Like she was over it. It didn't last that long, to be honest. But yeah, that Walmart was just weird. I never want to go into a Colorado Walmart ever again. I don't know what it was about it. It was nighttime, but like still like the lighting situation, and it was just like it was like eerie and it just gave me so much anxiety. I don't know. It was just not a good vibe. So then after Walmart, that's because we got groceries, went back, we unpacked all the groceries,
Unpacked our clothes.
Then what did we do after that? We went out, didn't we?
That night.
We went to X Bar.
Oh yeah. I think we got dressed. Like we unpacked and got dressed. Right?
Yeah.
I think so.
No, yeah. That's what happened. And then
did we arrive on my birthday?
Because your birthday started at midnight.
Oh yeah, and that's when we went out.
Yes. So we went to X Bar, which is a bar in Denver. Mm-hmm. And this bar was also like it was a drag show night or something. Okay, first of all,
which is Evie Oddly's bar. That's crazy.
Yeah, her hometown bar. And we performed on the same stage as Evie Oddly. Okay, we're getting too ahead. We're getting too ahead of ourselves. So we went in 2 separate Ubers, first of all, and me, Chris, and Mariah and Sophie went with our own. See,
him, Chris, and Mariah went in their own Uber.
Thank you.
And me, Alexis, EJ, Carissa.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and then I think Vanessa, Ryan, and Ismia took an Uber. Right, Ismia?
What?
Whenever we all went to X Bar, did y'all take an Uber there?
Where?
This is our friend Ismia, by the way, y'all. Whenever we went to X Bar, did y'all take an Uber or did y'all ride with Alexis and EJ?
We took an Uber.
Y'all took an Uber. Okay.
On the way back.
What happened?
We're not gonna talk about it. Basically, if you go on a fucking trip with your friends, everybody needs to get fucking rental cars, okay? Or else the Uber situation is gonna be hell and it's gonna cause so many problems. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so okay.
Walk.
So me, Chris, Mariah, and Sophie are at this bar and we're having a grand old time. Like we were there for like a good minute. Like we were taking pictures and we moved tables. And like the whole time we're like, where the hell are these people at? Like there's a whole drag performance and I'm like, oh my God, X, like I'm texting him like there's like drag performers. They're doing lip syncs. Like, where are you at? Like, this is like your place.
I was like, hello.
They were eating fucking pizza.
We were at the some pizza shop right across the street, just munching it out. I knew I had to eat. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to throw up. I didn't want to be all sick. So.
Right. And they missed Nick. Okay, this is whenever Nikki and was it Nikki? I think it's Nikki and Lil Baby or just Nikki. No, it's just Nikki. Her song "Bussin'" came out. VV Estes Bussin' Esto is Bussin'. They premiered it at the bar when it hit 11 o'clock or 12 or whatever. And I was like, oh, I was so pissed that y'all weren't there because it was such a fucking moment.
Like, where are you at?
I was like, where the fuck you at? I'm about to play Nicki's song. They played it. They weren't there, and everyone was like, but busted, we're all twerking. Everybody was getting lit. It was such a fucking moment. And then they ended up getting there. And then you go.
We got there, sat down. Oh my goodness, it was so fun. They had tables ready and we just sat down. We were just watching them like perform or something.
Yes.
I don't
My
know.
favorite performer. It was like it was like anybody can lip sync. You just sign up. And my favorite performance was this guy. I guess he just got off of work because he was wearing a Walmart
Oh yeah,
vest.
he was wearing his vest.
And he did a lip sync to Cruel Summer by Only Fire. And this was like, was my mouth too small? Was my pussy too tight? Was my left boob too right? And he just gave it. It was awesome. And then X was like, bitch, we need to go perform. We need to go perform. We need to go do a lip sync. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. There's no way. I'm not going up there. And he was like, come on, like we have to go. We have to go do Enough Is Enough. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And he would not, he was so persistent, he would not stop asking me. I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm like, let me go to the fucking bar. So then I went to the bar, took some shots,
Mhm.
and then I was like, all right, let's go. And then I signed us up and I wrote down Enough Is Enough, YouTube, The Voice version, whatever, Bella's Monopoly, Katie Ray. And I signed us up or whatever. And then how long did it take for them to call us? I feel like it wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long, like probably like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. So then they called us.
Oh my god, my fucking ass came to my throat. Like I was so nervous, but I fucking took a shot and I was like, let's go.
Yeah. Honestly, at that point, I was so ready. I was like,
We fucking gave. We have a video
we
of that.
gave
too,
it. We
so
ate. Yeah.
if you-
We go put that.
Loved it.
Right. Thank
Loved
you.
it, loved it, bitch. It was
Yes.
amazing. I missed out.
yeah, so he
Yeah.
has a video, so if he can figure it out, he'll put it
I'm
in.
gonna
But
put that right here.
Pay attention. Give it up for J and L.
It's raining, it's pouring, my life is going to tears. After all these years, always dreamed I'd find a perfect lover, but it turned out to be like every
yeah, so we got ready. We're like, and it
Yeah.
started. And we're like, boom.
It's raining.
Mhm,
It's pouring.
mhm. And
It
we
was-
gave and like we
We got tips. People
hella
came
tips,
up, gave
hella
us money.
cash.
Oh, it was such a
It
moment.
was such a good one.
It was so. I wonder if I can even show that because it might be copyrighted. They might take it down. So we'll see if I can post it. I really hope so because it's a really funny video. It's really cool. So then after, I hope I've been recording. Have I been recording? Okay. Okay. So then after that, we're on a high, of course. Well, yeah, he's getting the call. Oh,
It's my mom.
let him take it off.
Hello.
I'm gonna try lip sync this competition.
Yeah. What? Are you here? You can come. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No matter what. Okay. 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 All right. I love you too. Bye.
Okay, so then after our performance, we're feeling good. We're on a little high horse, adrenaline pumping. And then we just get drunk as fuck. What happened after X Bar? I don't remember. Did we go eat or something?
No.
Or did we just go back to the house after that?
We went back home. Oh yeah, we went back home and got in the hot tub with him.
Oh yeah. We got into the hot tub. We were just
Enjoying ourselves.
having a good time. We were drunk, and then we went to sleep. And the next morning,
Ugh.
we woke up and I don't think it was snowing yet, right? It was.
It was
just, like,
snowing a
cold.
little bit, but like midday it was like snowing.
It was like snowing, like a whole snowstorm. Like it was like
Oh,
like by like 12 o'clock. Like at first it wasn't that snowing that much, and then like it started slowly picking up, and it was just like snow. So it was coming down.
it was like a winter wonderland. Like
Literally,
you couldn't see the ground.
it was a perfect moment though.
It was
Like
so
it was
On my
so beautiful
birthday.
on his birthday. Then we had the window open, and you can just see the snow
It was
coming
so
down.
pretty, and we're like, you know what? We stayed in for my birthday. We didn't do
Mhm.
shit.
We kind of had no choice. I don't even know
Yeah.
if they. I feel like we could have gone out.
We could have, but I feel like nobody would have. Maybe they. I don't know. We thought
our Uber also got stuck in the snow trying to get us the day after. Do you remember that? Were you there for that?
when
Whenever he got stuck in the neighbor across from us driving. Were you there for that?
I don't think
I don't think you were there for that. Did we tell you about that?
I don't remember.
Okay, well we'll get to there. But so yeah, we stay in.
Mhm. We were just like munching, we were smoking all day long, just vibing. Oh my god, it was such a good day. Music on 10, like we were just like, I don't know, we just had a good time. Like
What did we do that day? Like
just literally smoke. That's it.
About every few hours a day.
Literally every single, like we had smoke sesh on smoke sesh on smoke sesh.
Mhm.
We watched movies in the theater, like
We watched The Conjuring 2.
oh yeah, and our house was like smoke, like we could smoke in the house.
Yeah.
So like we took advantage of that. Like we were
We sure
like
did.
up in the house, baby. So
Mhm.
it was hot box in every room.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. I want to go back.
Yeah. I remember we made a TikTok in the hot tub.
Oh yeah.
Well, we tried making it. We started making it, but then the snow came down, started like so hard.
You really think she's gonna disagree with you?
If I disagree with her, then I would.
Okay.
And my phone was like getting so wet and it was like coming so upset. I was like, I can't.
Oh,
I gotta
it
put
felt
this
so
up.
good because we're like hot and everywhere around us was just snow. It was
Yeah.
like snowing on top of us, and it was just like.
And then at night we had a snowball fight. Which first of all, it was me, Polly, and Sophie outside, and it was just us outside, and everyone else was inside, and we were, because we were like trying to get them to come outside to have a snowball fight, and they were just, I don't, what were y'all doing inside?
I was getting ready.
For what? Like to go outside?
No, I was just like getting ready.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
yeah. But like anytime someone, because like the back was, it had a glass sliding door, so anytime someone would pass, I chunk a fucking snowball at the door. Boom, like doom. Literally,
I'm like,
anytime. Anytime everyone was like doom, instantly.
So they finally went outside.
Eventually, yeah, they came
They
outside.
got us good.
Which they took forever. So we were already prepared. Like I have my snowballs lined up. All into the on the hot tub cover. Yeah, I was like,
dude, straight to the face,
Yeah.
back of the head, like dude.
it was.
We had a
it was
whole
so fun.
fucking war outside, which
Mhm.
we took inside the house. There was snow inside the house.
Yeah,
Straight through the door, like
yeah. Because when they opened the sliding door, I would chunk it inside.
like yeah. So that happened. And did we go out that night?
We didn't. I'm telling you, like, I don't think we did, because we couldn't. Like, I feel like we thought that we could. We walked to the liquor store.
Oh my god.
Me, X, and Chris.
Oh, it
do you
was
remember
so
what happened
cold.
there in the liquor store?
Bitch, no. I
That
don't
girl
remember.
was arguing with that guy. She was like
Oh.
talking shit to him.
Oh yeah, when we
He
walked
was like
in.
a crack. She was like a crackhead. No, it was whenever we were already there, but we were like at the looking at the drinks. We had the freezer door open, and she was just like, what was she? I forgot what she was
I
saying.
remember.
But she was like talking like as if this guy was talking shit to her or was like trying to fight her. But this guy was like, I have literally no idea who you are, and I like he was trying to ignore her because she wasn't making any sense. And we were just there, like I was on the phone with Mariah because we were trying to figure out what she wanted. And we were just silent. She was listening on the phone too, and we were just like,
I thought Mariah went.
no, it was just me, you, and Chris,
Oh.
remember? But she was on the phone, and then we weren't even saying anything. I was like, don't look at her. Like, just don't look. Just ignore her and just keep looking in the fucking freezer. Like, just don't. And then eventually she like ran out of the liquor store, and that guy was like, what the fuck? And the worker was like, what the fuck? And everyone was like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
And
Dude,
then
we were fucking soaked too.
yeah. And then so we got, all the fucking liquor or whatever, the vodka, went back to the house. It was the longest
We were
walk
literally
ever,
walking
honestly.
on the street with like,
Yeah. And that shit was heavy.
and like the fucking snow soaked our
Mhm.
socks, our jeans, everything. It was
Yep.
fucking freezing. Owie.
And so then we got back to the house, and I think we just drank, got hooked up, watched Conjuring 2.
Conjuring.
And
Ugh,
then
that was such a vibe.
I guess we just called it a night after that, I think.
I think so.
And then Sunday, we went to
Meow Wolf.
no, first we went to the Red Rocks
Oh, yeah.
amphitheater,
Oh, yeah.
which was so nice.
So fun.
Pictures don't do it justice.
Mm-mm.
I think you should definitely keep it with your girlfriend. Like, it's unreal.
What was that?
You get it one tower, you get the second one. I'm like, the girth of it. The girth. You need talent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like,
can I
you
get
wanna
a-
be in our hotel.
Can I get a closer look? I don't know. I just want to inspect them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they getting any higher or?
You gotta get the spectrum. Yes. So we have different plans. So the first plan is $50 a month. Oh.
Uh-huh.
my God.
Wait, he's about
Guys, I
to
need help.
break it.
No, the girth is strong. No, the girth on the top is not it. What the fuck? Three, baby. Throw one more at me. Not this. Throw another one at me. I promise you. Don't play with me. Because I will launch this whole dick at you. This is gonna go on I just dried. Why are you super? Move it. Be careful. It's gonna fall on you. What is that's gonna kill somebody. It's fucking heavy. Try me.
And then after that, we went to Lookout Mountain, which was so fucking
my
beautiful.
Goodness, I will never forget that view.
Yes.
It is the craziest view. I honestly never knew that shit existed. Like
Mhm.
how it was like just
We
literally the
found-
entire world. You can
Yeah,
see.
we
Like,
found the perfect smoking spot to where it's like you can see all the mountains with the snow covered on them,
Mhm.
and we're surrounded by trees with snow, and we're just like it felt like a twilight moment. Like it was so weird.
Pretty.
It's a snow storm.
And then after that, we went to Buffalo Bill's grave too, right?
Buffalo Bills. what?
Yeah, his grave at the
Oh
Lookout
yeah.
Mountain. And Chris like went behind the fence and he was like fucking dancing
There's
in
like
the
this
fucking
line
snow.
that you're not supposed to cross.
Yeah, and
he
he
literally
very
like
much
jumped
crossed
in,
it.
like went like a mile out.
It literally could have been a cliff and he could have died. Like, he could have sank into that
Just
snow.
drop.
We never would have found him.
Dude, no, he went far out there. I was like,
Also, we haven't even talked. This is the first time we're doing an episode where I'm not covering anything. Like usually I have a whole thing and I have
Oh,
glasses
yeah.
on. This is the first time I'm like here and I'm
you can
queer.
see him now.
You can see me in all my light.
Mhm.
Okay,
We look
anyways,
oh my god, I bet we look so different too.
we probably do, honestly.
Oh,
So
let's
then
not look at the other ones.
after Lookout Mountain, we what did we do after that? Oh, we also ate at the Red Rocks restaurant thing. I could put a video here too. It was
Beautiful.
so nice. Yes, like the view was amazing.
It was like all of us at one long ass table.
Mhm. It was like literally a movie.
It was like so many people. They had hella foods. It took forever, but
Mhm.
we had drinks. Like
I loved it.
vibe. It's so pretty.
And then after that, what did we do? After Lookout Mountain, we went back to the house, I think.
And then we got dressed and went to Meow Wolf at night.
Yeah, went to Meow's Wolf, which was an experience. That shit was wild.
That shit was crazy.
If you don't know what Meow's Wolf is, it's kind of like a trippy museum. If that makes
Immersive
sense.
museum.
Yeah, like it does a whole bunch of rooms. It's like endless. Like I don't know like how the building looked big, but like inside it seemed like it was way much bigger.
It was like a whole world in there.
literally.
What is
Oh no.
What's gonna happen to us? We're all gonna turn into Rick and Morty. Basically.
Wait, what is this?
X.
I don't like it.
Where is he at?
Right here. Why are you there, baby?
Oh my god.
Come over here.
That was trippy. I don't know. Oh, excuse us. Sorry. Sorry.
How do y'all feel down there?
Is the air okay?
And we only went to like one spot, like one of their little like attractions, because there was also a rave or something. You remember, like there was people dancing and there
Oh,
was like all
yeah.
those lights, and they were like, dude.
I was like, let's go.
Right? I was like, what? We should have gone in there.
Right.
And then there was also
It was like that scene on the Canada Hat where they go into that little thing and slide down and it's like a whole
Yes.
rave. That's
literally.
literally what it was. I was like, what the fuck?
And then we could, and there was also Omega Mart there, but we didn't go in there. The one that we went to was called Convergence Station. And it was fun. And then after that, we tried finding some clubs, some bars, which I don't know why it was so hard for us to find
Yeah, it
some
was.
bars or some clubs. And
But
then
we did.
we
went.
did.
was
Well,
so
we waited in line for like 45 minutes to get into this one club. We didn't even end up going in. You and Chris ended up going in.
Oh yeah.
And what was it like? You didn't even
It was dead as fuck.
it wasn't dead. There was hella people there.
Was there?
Yes, remember? That was the first club that you and Chris went into, and then y'all came out and y'all were like, yeah, this is like not it.
I don't remember.
I think it was just like the music. They kept playing like Spanish music and like people were fighting and
Oh, was it that bar where all the old people were?
no, that's Boys Town.
Oh.
It was a bar that we went before that. Remember, we were waiting in line, and then Alexis and EJ and them were like, "We're gonna go because we're just gonna go
yes.
home." Well, yeah. Then after that, we got out of line and we went to Boys Town, which was like down the street.
Ugh.
it
Literally, everyone was like,
was not our
I was like, girl, please don't touch me. Please don't. do
that
this."
that bar was not meant for us.
Oh
We should have
my
just gone
God.
back to X Bar, honestly.
Yeah.
So then after that, we just went home, I
Went to
guess.
sleep and then we left. The next
Yeah,
day.
the next day we went back on the train, barely made it.
Barely.
Like
We were
literally,
running.
it was like 10 minutes before our flight was boarding. And that's like the first time I've been to an airport that late. I think it was because our train, I didn't know our train was gonna take literally an hour to get to the airport because there's so many
We were
stops.
sitting out there like,
Yeah.
where the fuck is this train at?
Mhm. And
I remember on the
then-
way back, I was just looking out at the mountains like, thank you. That was nice.
Mhm,
This was fun. It was so pretty. I would never forget that ever in my life.
mhm,
And yeah, I mean, that's it. The Colorado trip was a big old yes for me. It was
mhm.
so successful. I had a blast. I felt so loved because, you know, I didn't expect that. I didn't think people would do that for me, but you know, I guess they did, and we had a blast. And I'm so happy everyone came and had a good time. Got fucking shit faced.
We can turn that light on.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's like, no, it's like half of my face is like dark. Yeah, keep going. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
So like everyone got shit faced, and everyone had a good time, and everyone continues to talk about it to this day, and we gotta go back.
Yeah. And then so damn, we took so long talking about the Colorado trip.
Yeah, so that's just the Colorado trip.
There was and then okay, so I didn't even tell about the Uber that got stuck. So the Uber got stuck. I think we were going to where are we going? I forgot where we were going. We're taking an Uber. It was me, Sophie, Chris, Mariah. I think it was just us four. And so it was like where our Airbnb was. It was like a neighborhood. So there was like a house across, houses on each side, a neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Uber picked us up and then it backs up like into the person who lives across from.
Oh my god,
the
yes,
Airbnb.
because
So
you
you were
pushed it,
there.
right?
Yes. So it got stuck in
I
the
remember
driveway.
that. I was like,
So then we were like, okay, well, we'll get out. So we were literally pushing.
push the fucking car.
We had to push the fucking Airbnb out of the snow while the Airbnb guy's like, the Uber
Uber.
driver is like flooring it. And then we actually pushed it out.
got
I
it
was
out.
like, okay, man, like, yeah. So then he didn't even apologize. He didn't even say like sorry or anything. We were just like, we knew
Got
what we
in
had to
all
do.
dirty and shit. We're like,
Yeah.
all muddy.
Muddy and fucking, oh my gosh, and sweaty.
No, for real.
So then so that was a Colorado trip. It was so much fun. And then so that was February. Did
Yeah.
anything happen in March?
Oh, girl.
There's so many.
A lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah. Let's talk about what's the next thing we should talk about? What else did they miss? We should talk about our fight.
Oh, I thought we talked about that already.
No, we haven't talked about it. We talked wait, did we?
I think we talked about it on here before.
No, but it was like a fake fight, remember?
Oh.
We had a fake. No, we didn't talk about it. I swear we didn't because we weren't even.
Oh no, not this.
We had it was our other fight.
The other one.
We had a little fight and then we decided to like just fake it on the podcast. But this fight was like a real fight. We had a fucking.
Oh yeah.
So this fight, this is so stupid, honestly.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get into it.
Let's
Then.
get into it.
Well, yeah. So that you think it's stupid. So like, but you can definitely see.
I
don't
know,
why you're
at
trying to
this
hide it.
point.
You like,
I just don't want to get taken down because I'm over here sipping and
fuck it. So
yeah. So you go ahead and start.
so we went to the bar or whatever called. It was the well, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want the people to start going to it.
I know we go, so they're gonna try.
Yeah, they're gonna try to find us. So we go to the bar. It was me, X, and our friend Monique, and we're having a good time. We're taking shots. We're getting drinks, getting drunk. Their coworker Reagan comes, and then my friend Chris comes, and he has his friend Victor, and so let me set the scene for y'all. Let me tell y'all what happened. So we were sitting there, right? And we were sitting on these like old style couches. And Victor is over here on this side and he's on a chair.
On a single chair.
On a single chair. And then Chris is sitting by me. Then I'm right here. X is right here. Momo's right here. We're on a long couch.
And then
And
Reagan.
then Reagan's over here, sitting over here on another single chair. We're just having a great time. Nothing was going bad. And then, so I'm talking to Chris and Victor this whole time because like I'm drunk and like I haven't met Victor ever before, so I was like talking. I was kikiing it up with him, and I was at the stage where I was watching a lot of podcasts, so and a lot of interview podcasts. So I was literally like interviewing this guy, like, where are you from? What's it like over there? Da, da, da. Like even Chris was like, yeah, you were talking to him a lot. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm drunk. Like I'm not trying to take your man out. I promise.
Or where you at?
Or was I?
Yeah.
No, it was not. So then, so we're talking, right? And then X gets up and he's like, let's switch.
No, because
Like, let's switch.
you and Monique were talking and I was in
We
the
literally
middle.
talked for 1 minute.
I know, but they were talking and I'm like sitting there and like, okay. And then me and Chris started talking like this, and then I was like, okay, let's switch. So me and Jay switched, and I sat on this side of Jay, and then me and Chris started talking like this.
No, he gets up and he's like, let's switch.
No, I did not. I was not acting like weird or rude.
Okay, well, how I took it was that he was being like that, and I, obviously he wasn't being like that. It was just like I was
We were
drunk.
just like vibing. We were all vibing.
But I was like, why do we have to switch though? Like, what is the problem? Like, this is so unnecessary. And so then, as soon as we switch, I start talking shit, and I'm telling Momo and Reagan like, I'm so fucking done with him.
Literally, and I'm like right here. I'm like,
he's literally sitting right next to me.
oh my God.
And I'm like, I'm so done with him. I hate when he does this. He always does shit like this, yada yada yada. And then,
Oh, God.
so then I had enough. I had enough of talking about it, and I get up and I tell him like, let's switch back. And then we switch back.
Mhm.
And then I start talking to Chris and Victor again, and then
And then Monique tells me what happened. And I'm
instantly,
like literally instantly, like right there. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, like I was like blindsided. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know this was happening. Whatever. Yeah.
so then I noticed like X is pissed, and I'm like, oh my God, they literally told him what I said. But and then I was still talking to Chris and Victor, like I wasn't trying to like get into it. And then y'all left. Y'all ended up going outside. What did y'all do outside?
we were talking.
Uh-huh.
Most of it was like because Monique was like feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, girl, I'm good. We're good. Let's go back in there. She's like, no, I'm gonna stay out here. I'm like, no, let's go. No, I'm gonna stay out here. I'm like, fine, I'm gonna stay out here with you. So we stayed out there. We're literally just sitting there, like, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going back in there. So I walk back in there, I sit down, and it was the most awkward shit ever. I'm just sitting there like these people are my friends. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I'm ready. Let me sit the fuck
Yeah,
out
he's
here.
sitting there like on his phone. He's like,
Yeah, just chilling.
and I'm just like there talking to Chris and Victor, still having a good time, it's whatever. And then, the bar starts closing, and then I say my goodbyes to them, and then we go back into the car, and I brought X and Momo. And so then I get in the car and I see X is sitting in the back and Momo's on the passenger seat, and Momo's crying. And so I'm like, what's wrong?
Mhm.
And then
No, you're like, are you okay? What's wrong? And I'm like, get me out. I literally said, like, open the door, let me out. In that moment, I just felt like nothing's wrong with her. There's something wrong with me. Like, why are you so worried about her? Like, that just happened to be,
Yeah.
I feel some type of way. She should have, why are you checking on her? So I instantly got like pressed. So I was like, let me out. So I get out the car. I start walking. I didn't know where the fuck I was at. I was like literally cutting through alleyways and shit, like going around corners and I just sat there and I was like, where the fuck am I at? And I was drunk as fuck. I didn't care. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend the night out here. I don't give a fuck, So yeah, and then me and Monique got into it over the phone.
Yeah, because when he walked off, I dipped. I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
left.
he wants to leave, and I was like, Reagan is still there. She's gonna go with Reagan. Like, there's.
That bitch left though. Like
I
he
didn't-
was gone.
See, I didn't know that. I thought.
And I
like,
was
he
sitting there for like 45 minutes, like, oh shit.
If
What
I
the
would have
fuck?
known that he was just there, like literally in the middle of San Antonio, no ride, just like literally you were a hobo for like a good 45 minutes,
Yeah.
like an actual like homeless
Fun
person.
fact: my Twitter header
Uh-huh.
is the picture of where I was sitting.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
So if
I
you
don't
go to
think
my
I've seen
Twitter
that.
and you see that building is kind of flipped upside down, but like I liked it. It was pretty, and I was like, every time I look at it, I'm like, So fun fact.
Yeah.
You're all like,
So then yeah, so him and Momo are going at it over the phone, and then okay.
No,
Let's-
me and Monique were going at it because this bitch was still crying, and I'm like, girl, like, what is the issue? Like, why are you mad? Like, why are you pressed? Like, you know. And
there was a moment where she asked you on the phone, "Do you have a ride?" And you said no. And then she called Reagan and was like, "Do you have X with you?" And she was like, "Yes."
and I was like, beep. I hung up, and then Monique would call again. I was like, nope. Beep.
She was like, "Did he really just fucking lie to me right now?" It was so fucking funny.
Don't hear anything? Don't hear anything? You're good.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, yeah, so that happened.
And then we got home, and that's where the real shit started. Like, dude, it literally like shit got fucked up.
Well, I dropped Momo off at X's, and then I went home and I literally knocked the fuck out.
Mhm.
I was so drunk, I was spinning.
Same.
And then the next morning, I realized, holy fucking shit, like all that shit happened, and I regret everything. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then the next day, I already knew X was like mad at me. He didn't want to talk to me. So
I blocked
then,
him on everything.
yeah, okay. So then I texted him. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person and I'm gonna apologize because I realized, you know what? It really was just me being like over analyzing what he was doing because of another situation. Like we're not gonna get all into that, but it was basically my fault what happened. So then I texted him and I reached out like, I'm gonna be the bigger person. I'm gonna apologize. So I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry about what happened last night. I'm ready to talk whenever you are. Bitch, that message didn't ever fucking deliver, and it went green. I was like, he really just fucking blocked me. Like, are you fucking
For like a
kidding
week,
me?
right? Like,
Yeah, it was like a week. Yeah.
we didn't like talk.
So and yeah, this was Sunday. So then Sunday we didn't talk, and then Monday we didn't talk. Tuesday we didn't talk. Wednesday we didn't talk, and I'm like, this is so stupid. Like,
And then
what
like
the fuck?
yeah, and then I think it was like Thursday. That's whenever I talked to Alexis, and she was like, "Jay's been trying to like, reach out to you," and I'm like, at this point, like I'm not even mad at you, you know, like whatever. So I unblock him, and then I think I texted you.
Yeah, you texted me.
Yeah, and then you responded like right away. I was at work. I was like, and we like, okay, let's talk. You know, so we talked, and yeah.
Well, okay, so then we got together. It was like Thursday night, I think. But whenever we saw each other again, everybody was at your cabin. Everyone was in his room. And so whenever we first saw each other, we just like immediately hugged. I think
Yeah.
you were already probably fucking drunk already. And
No, I don't think so. Maybe I was a little tipsy. but
yeah. Yeah, we're
When I
taking
saw you, I
shots.
was like, bro, like, come here, like,
Like,
it's not even that
honestly,
deep, bro.
yeah.
Like, come here.
Like that going that long without like I guess like being your friend, it was like just so weird. And I just like missed you so much. And I was
I
like,
miss you too.
oh my god, like this is so weird and I hate this. And then it's just like whenever we saw each other, it was just like water under the bridge. We just hugged instantly. And we were just like, let's just turn up. And then we turned up still, but it was still like a little like, you know, it was
Things
still
weren't
some,
said. There wasn't a conversation at this point
yeah.
because we did have a conversation later on that night by
Where's my
ourselves.
phone right now?
And
Oh.
yeah, so we went outside and like away from everybody else, and we talked about it. He called it out how it was. I called it out how it was, and that's what we do. You know, we just call it out, and that's why we're so close because we're able to do that.
Mhm.
And we got over it, and yeah, I mean, after that, we just went inside and turned up. You know?
Yeah. And I think our friendship has been like so much better ever since then. Like there's no more like
weird.
yeah, like I don't know. It was I don't want like we're not gonna get into this because that's something that's like I don't know.
It's like
it's
not-
too much to get into. Like
Yeah.
and but basically all that shit was resolved. You know, that was shit that like was the whole thing that happened at the bar was something that like accumulated over time.
Yeah. And it just exploded out
and
of
it just
nowhere.
exploded and then
That's why I was so mad because I felt like it came out of nowhere. Like we were
Yeah.
having a good time, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Really? Like I'm not even doing anything."
yeah. So then I just have to tell him like what happened, how I've been feeling for, you know, that amount of time. So then I'm really glad that that actually happened
Yeah.
because we were able to have that conversation.
And we grew so much.
Yeah.
Like that actually like helped me as a person, like
Yeah.
figure out the things I was doing wrong and like change it up and like take different like routes and the way I handle situations, you know?
Yeah, I
So-
can definitely say you have grown like a lot, and I'm like
Thank
really
you.
proud of you for that.
Thanks. I try. I really do. Like, well, I don't have to try it anymore, but I did
Yeah.
try at the time, and it brought me to where I am now. And now I'm just over everything. Like, I don't want to hear it. If you want to argue about it, we can argue about it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna like feel any type of way. Like, I don't care at this point. If you want to be friends, we're friends. If you don't want to be friends, you want to act all crazy, or goes for anybody. Like, if you want to make things hard, then I just don't have time for it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel now, and he helped me get to that point. So
Mhm. Yeah, we've also had a moment before that, like a few months ago, where they had to come to me and tell me how I was acting, you know, things they didn't like how I did. So that definitely helped me. Like our friend group is like, if we have some stuff that we've been noticing that somebody's doing, we're gonna tell them. It may take a little while.
and it
But,
might be a little harsh,
yeah.
and it might be like too much, but we all came to a point that we just hear it out
Yeah.
and we make the changes.
Yeah, we're okay with having those uncomfortable
Mhm.
conversations. wait. Can we speak about uncomfortable conversations last weekend? Whenever Alexis, then there was a situation between our friends Alexis and Carissa,
Oh,
which we're not gonna talk about, but they ended up talking about it last weekend when we got 2 bottles of Jim Beam, and we were so I don't think I've been that drunk in a long time, like literally like years. I couldn't even go home. Normally, like if I'm like a little drunk, I would still drive home because like I'm gonna sleep in my own bed. I don't care. I'm a professional drunk driver. I'm sorry, don't quote me on that. But that night I literally couldn't drive. Like I had to. That's the first time I ever said like I'm staying the night. I cannot.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot drive. So it
I
was,
don't even know what the fuck happened to me that
dude,
night.
what happened to you?
I was fucked the fuck up.
You literally left me in that
I
cabin
went
and I could
inside
have got
and I was
kidnapped or
throwing
fucking
up.
murdered.
I was throwing up literally for the next like hour and a half, just fucking puking, bro. And my mom was awake too, so she was like helping me, like, you know. And I don't remember what happened. Like I was too fucked up.
As soon as you left the cabin, I knocked the fuck out, like literally instantly on your bed. Yes.
I don't remember anything. And then when I woke up, you were gone. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
did
woke
you
up.
even say the night? Like, was that just me, or did I dream that?
Yeah, I left like at 9. I left early and I was still so drunk and still like I had a headache from hell.
It was the worst.
So then, oh yeah, so they were having this conversation, and this whole time that they're having this conversation, I'm already fucked up. I'm crying. I'm bawling my eyes out. Like, but I'm not saying anything. So they're like, they will go back and forth, and there'll be just like one tear go down. And then someone will say something, one tear on the side, and then just like both tears, and I'm just like quietly.
I was
But-
sitting there listening to them and then looking at him, and I'm like, oh my god, like shit's about to like go off, or like something's about to happen.
And I'm also
Next
crying
thing you
like
know
I'm
it,
also crying like I'm also crying like this, just like
Like-
like showing no emotion.
And I'm looking like, oh.
We also had a conversation before we got to this point in the closet, his
Yeah.
closet, and we had dildo baton as our, speaking baton, like whoever had it.
Because
And
our group has like we just like what I just did, like we cut each other off, like we get louder than each other. Like if he's fucking louder, I'm gonna be louder,
Mhm.
or if Chris is talking loud, I'm gonna be louder than her. So we have to make adjustments with it so we can all get our words out and like get our point across without cutting each other off and listen. So yeah, all of us were just standing in the closet, just going off on each other.
I didn't ever get that fucking dick baton. I never fucking got it.
I never got it either.
No, yes, you did. All of
I
y'all
was
got
told
it.
to shut up multiple times. I'm like,
You did.
like,
That shit was going back and forth, and I was like,
Literally.
when am I gonna get the baton? I think it's because I didn't get the dick baton that I was holding all those emotions in, and I didn't get to say anything. That's why I
probably what
cried.
happened. Yeah.
But then they were having that conversation. I'm crying, like bawling, but like silently crying. And then Alexis finally asked me, Jay, how do you feel? You've been so silent during this whole time. And I'm like, honestly, I don't I'm like, why are you even fighting? Like, this is so stupid. Like, I'm like so emotional at this point, so drunk that I'm like,
But you had a point.
bawling.
You had a point.
Did I?
You
have a
did.
point?
No, because like why were we like we talk about it. Like we don't fight.
Mhm.
You know, we don't, and if we do fight, it's just a heated conversation. Like we don't consider it fighting. So you had a point here, and I was like, dude, like he has a point. Like he's feeling some type of way, and you were very valid.
Yeah, but I like literally, I don't think I've cried that hard in a long time. Like I was
Ever.
crying.
You were like
I was bawling, like to where I couldn't like catch my breath.
you
Just
didn't even
like
get your words out.
yeah.
I was like,
Were you crying too?
dude, yes, I was so sad because like, dude, you were like crying.
I was also belligerently drunk.
All of us were.
Whenever I get that drunk, I get emotional. Like anything will make me cry. Lately I've been so emotional. I don't know why. Like I will cry at like anything. And I think I don't know, like y'all, I think y'all have helped me be more emotional because I remember back when we first started hanging out, I would never cry.
You're
I never
literally like a fucking crash dummy bitch. You had no
yeah, like I had
emotions,
no
like-
emotions at all. Like I would not share my emotions. I wouldn't ever get emotional. Like I was just like stone cold hearted. Like,
Yeah.
but now I just cry like at any time.
And now
like,
I don't cry anymore.
I'm like crying right now.
I used to cry.
Bitch,
a
you
lot.
cried last night.
Bitch.
You were crying all night last
No,
night.
it was not all night. It was like an hour.
Oh crap.
Okay, y'all, we gotta end this because we've already been going for like an
But
hour,
yeah,
hour and
so-
a half.
Oh yeah, so as you can see,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
in a different location.
Now you
Um,
set.
I got a new place, so
Mhm.
a lot has happened, and we're all very successful, and we're all making big boss moves.
And I'm living in Austin now.
He's living in Austin, like so things are completely different from when y'all last saw us, but
Yeah.
all good ways, and we're closer than ever. And I'm very happy that we went through what we went through.
Yes, very much that. So yeah, we'll get. I feel like there's still so much that we could talk about. Like I can go into like me moving to Austin and you getting this house and you getting a freaking promotion and all of this stuff. Like there's so much more stuff that happened,
Yeah.
but like it's already been like probably an hour that we're filming and we're still supposed to hang out with our friends. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have
So,
to call it a
We
night.
gotta go, but we'll be back, and I'm next weekend. Or no?
Yeah, we could do it
We
next
could film
weekend.
another one next weekend. And I guess we'll see. But until then,
Until then, we'll see you next time on the Cherry
trash
Podcast. Bye, guys.